We got the big dog. All right. Try it again. Perfect. Love it. We've got Bishop here tonight. So I'm going to have to be on my best behavior and make sure that everything I teach tonight is theologically sound, right? And so you remember that we're about to start the Olympics, right? And so I kind of feel like the person on the ice skating rink, and the judges hold up a 10 or a 9. So Bishop Crudup, if you hold up a card, I'll know what's going on, right? I'm so glad to see you tonight. Are you glad to be here? You glad to be in the Lord's house? Amen. I want to tell you, wasn't that the prayer meeting that we just went through, wasn't that absolutely incredible? I mean, didn't your heart leap for joy as you listened to the prayers? And I just am so encouraged to see you here tonight as we continue our study of a walk through the Word, where we're just going to take step by step through the Bible. And last week, you might remember that we talked about what the Bible is, where did we get it, where did it come from, and how was it put together, and what's the difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament, and where did all these translations that we have today come from? And so, if you remember, I assigned you or told you that we were going to have a pop quiz. Remember? All right. Didn't you just love it when you walked into class and, the first words out of the teacher's mouth were, take out a sheet of paper, because you knew exactly what was going to happen, didn't you? So tonight we have a pop quiz. All right. So who can tell me the 3 things that happen or should happen during a Bible study? When we study the Bible, what are 3 things that need to happen? All right, I'll give you a hint. They deal with questions. Okay, all right. Daryl, it's not working. He promised me that it was going to work. Oh, there I got it. 3 questions. What do I see? There has to be an act of observation. Remember, we talked about that. We talked about, we need to read it. We need to read the Word. We need to look at the text. We need to look for specific patterns and word choices and phrases and specific details that might happen. And that's really important, because if we don't open up our Bibles and we don't read it, how can we ever learn, right? So once we've observed a passage or read a passage or a verse, we need to interpret it. In other words, we need to ask ourselves the question, what does it mean? And this is where we begin to look at definitions, and we begin to look at specific things in terms